everybody and welcome back to my channel, and happy autumn. My favourite season of the year is here. I am so excited. It's been a bit of a tough start to autumn. I think I said in my last video, in my summer makes video, that the summer and the beginning of autumn has been really busy work wise, uni wise, finishing the end of my masters, but I think this video is going up just a few days before I hand in my final piece of work for my masters. So yeah, I might be a bit crazy at that point, but we'll see. Not much longer to go, but yeah, I have my autumn jumper on. So I knitted this quite a few years ago now, and I just love it. I love to get it out every year because it just makes me feel so like autumny. It is the Rosary Apparel jumper. It's a free pattern on her website. I think it was a vintage pattern that she made, and then they said that she could share it, so I think it's still free on her website, I think. And I made it in Stylecraft Special DK in the shade Copper, so it just washes really easily and wears really easily. It's really nice. But yeah, today I have an autumn fabric and yarn haul and makes plans video for you, which is all really exciting. As I say, finishing my masters soon, so I'm really looking forward to like getting into some makes and having a bit more spare time to make up some stuff. So yeah, let's just get started with it. I think we'll just go right in with fabrics. Okay, so my first fabric, I have actually already cut out the pattern pieces to make the dress. So this is a scrap which I put away in my scraps bag and then realised I didn't have any fabric to show you. So I got it back out again, so it's like really badly creased, so please excuse the crease. But it's just a lovely, fairly lightweight cotton. It's a black watch tartan, just really nice, green, blue, black, nice classic tartan. It's from Dalston Mills Fabrics, and yeah, just really nice lightweight fabric. I'm planning to make a Tilly and the Buttons dress with just the plain long sleeves, and I'm just going to lengthen the bodice slightly so that it's more like a waist rather than an empire line. Pockets, just a really easy breezy simple dress just to like throw on with tights and boots and chunky cardigans. Yeah, just fancied something really simple, really like, yeah, just goes with everything kind of thing. And I really love black watch tartan. I have a bag in this tartan as well, so I don't know if I'm going to look a bit crazy wearing the dress with the bag, but you know. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this lovely print. So that's the first fabric. My next fabric is super autumnal coloured. You can see it's like a slightly brighter version of the colour that I'm currently wearing, which I love. I'm a big fan of like rusty burnt oranges this time of year. I don't really wear orange. I mean, I say that, but actually I quite like salmon and I quite like coral. So yeah, I do quite like orange. I think it goes quite well with my skin tone and with my dark hair, my dark eyes. When I was younger, I used to wear like a lot of like corally tones, but yeah, I picked this up from the Village Haberdashery, which sadly has closed down. Really sad, but I bought it in the sale they were having over the summer, so I got it, I think I got 3 meters. It's quite, and I got it for quite a like good discount, but I saw it and I straight away thought that would make a really lovely dress for autumn winter. So you can see it's got like this lovely little sort of floral pattern on it. I thought the stems were black when I ordered it online, but they are actually very dark navy. But I think I'll get away wearing it with black tights, which is how I'm planning to wear it, because it's kind of like a blue black. So my plan with this fabric is to make the Anna Allen Clothing Anthea blouse, but do the hack that I've seen quite a lot of people doing on Instagram, where basically you make the blouse with the sleeves and everything, but then you cut it just under the bust and you add a gathered skirt with pockets to it. So that's my plan. So it'll be like a button down high necked dress with big sleeves and then a gathered skirt with pockets. And I think, again, as I say, it's going to be one that I wear with tights, boots, chunky cardigan, super cute, really nice and autumnal. I'm hoping to get this made up quite soon, because we're going on holiday the day after I hand in my portfolio for my masters. We go away to the Lake District for 2 nights and then on to Scotland to stay with Russell's family for 5 nights, and I cannot wait. Holiday. So a lot of these makes, a lot of the fabric that I'm showing you, the first 3 anyway, are going to be made up so that I can wear them on that holiday. It's always nice to have like a few new bits and bobs, I think, to wear on holiday, and then obviously I'll get loads of wear out of them afterwards as well, but all super autumnal for a lovely October holiday. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this. I think it's going to be really nice and bright for autumn. Really gorgeous fabric. It's really nice quality as well. It's a cotton, 100% cotton, but it just feels really, yeah, lovely and expensive. And then my next fabric, I think, is my most, I'm just like so excited about this. You may have seen me talking about it on Instagram because I love it so much. It is this fabric. So you can see it's got pumpkins and squashes and mushrooms. So I just, as I said 100 times now, autumn is my favourite season. I just love it so, so much. And every year, before I was sewing, I would look for like the perfect autumn dress, and I used to find sometimes, you know, like beautiful autumn leaf prints and things like that, but I never bought any. They were often quite expensive, the ones that I liked, and so for years now I've like craved having the perfect autumn dress. And often the fabric that you see for autumn is very Halloweeny, and I'm not really a big Halloween person. I don't really celebrate Halloween. I like harvest and autumn and all that kind of stuff, but I don't really do the whole like scary spooky, so I didn't really want like a dress covered in spooky scary pumpkins. And I also feel like that is very much something you can wear for like 2 weeks of October leading up to Halloween, and then that's it, you're done. So I wanted something that I felt I could wear as soon as you like tick over into harvest autumn season in September, and wear it right through until like the start of Christmas, which is exactly what this fabric is for me. I just love the fact that it's got, you know, all these different, it's got like butternut squash, which is my favourite, and pumpkins, and yeah, gourds, and, you know, lovely leaves, and it's just got so many colours in it, so it looks quite brown. It's like a very purpley brown, like almost a kind of plummy browny colour, and then you've got like, you know, oranges, mustards, pinks, tealy blue colours. So, you know, like you can really, I think, pair it with lots of different things. So my plan is to make the pansy dress by Rosary Apparel. I bought that pattern just when she released it, the PDF. I really love it. It's got a bias bound neckline with like a keyhole tie at the back, so there's no zips or anything, it just ties at the back, which is lovely. And then like a sort of slightly voluminous sleeve, not like the Anthea blouse, with an elastic fastening, sort of like, it's like a 3/4 length sleeve is the one I'm going to go for, and I just think it's going to look lovely. Obviously it will have pockets, gathered skirt, all of that stuff, my usual thing, and again, wear it with black tights. And I think obviously to begin with, I've got quite a lot of off-white cream hand knit cardigans I'll wear it with, but eventually I'd really love to knit. I've wanted to knit myself a mustard cardigan for ages. I don't think I'm going to get it done this year, so maybe next year. But I might see if I can like pick out one of the colours to go with it. There's actually a yarn that I have in my stash. It's this one, which is the West Yorkshire Spinners fleece. It's Blueface Leicester 100% wool DK. I think this is in the shade Berry. I haven't really got any plans with this yet. This is probably not something I'll get done until the winter, but like these two just go lovely together. So I'm just thinking something in the future, when I've made the dress, I might make some kind of cardigan, pick out one of the colours or pick something that goes with it, and just have it as this like really gorgeous autumnal outfit that I can bring out every year in September and feel like the autumn queen. But yeah, this fabric was from the Cotswold Sewing Centres, who, they have 2 shops. They have one in Banbury and one in Witney, which are which is close to where I live, but they have now started selling online, which is really, really great. So I'll link them below so you can go and check them out. But yeah, I think this fabric is on their website, and it comes in a different colourway as well. It comes with a pale background as well, which I very almost went for. It was really hard. I think if I was making a blouse to go with jeans, I would have gone with the pale, but because I wanted it as a dress to wear with black tights, I thought this shade was a bit better. So yeah, I am just so in love with this. I cannot wait to make my beautiful dress. I'm gonna feel so cute. So that I think I'm gonna wear like so much. So yeah, hopefully get that made fairly soon. Okay, and then my final fabric, I again bought quite a while ago. So I got this in the new Craft House, had a remnant sale. Gosh, I think it was like back in June. And I went on and they had this incredible wool tweed, which I'll just show you. It's an ivory and black wool tweed. So I have never sewn with wool before, but I've always really, really wanted to, but it's so expensive. So this was a 3-meter remnant, which is fantastic, but it was supposed to be £50 and it was half price. It was 25, so like total bargain. But obviously, like at £50, that's so much money to spend on a fabric that you're not like confident using, or that you've not used before. So yeah, that's why I haven't really sort of done it until now. I'm always like, that tends to be where I get most of my fabrics, because I buy a lot of things like curtains or bed sheets and things for cheap off Etsy or from the charity shop, but if I'm gonna buy like actual fabric, it's nearly always in the sale. I think, yeah, the pumpkin fabric was the only fabric that I bought full price. Everything else I buy in the sale. I wait until there's like discounts on, and I often think therefore like the season ahead, and I find that really helps when it comes to buying the more expensive stuff. So this was a real treat. Now what I'd like to make with this, I think, I'm still umming and ahhing. I either want to make a skirt and jacket, which is going to be a lot to get out of 3 meters, so that's where the slight issue comes. I think I could just about squeeze a I think it's a Tilly and the Buttons Delphine from the Tilly and the Buttons Love at First Stitch book, the Delphine skirt, and a sew over it cocoa jacket. I could just squeeze that out, but it would be like really very much a squeeze, so I'm gonna have to sort of see how that goes and be a bit careful with that. The other option is to make like a wool shift dress. I'll put a picture up of the kind of thing that I'm thinking of, with, you know, like buttons and little sort of faux pockets, and very sort of like preppy look to wear with, you know, black tights and over the knee suede boots. I think the sew over it ultimate shift dress I could kind of hack and make into that. That could work quite well. So yeah, I mean, if you have any patterns, any suggestions, that would be great, and any suggestions with working with wool as well. I think I'm going to try and do French seams, because I think it's gonna, you can already see, like, I'll show you, like the selvage is very frayed. So I'm going to have to be so careful like working with this and cutting into this. I'm a bit terrified. So yeah, whatever I do, I'll probably make a toile. I've already made the Delphine skirt before, so I know that's fine. But yeah, if I'm going to make like a jacket or something, I'll probably make a toile. Just to double check, because it's such lovely fabric. But yeah, I'm really excited to make something with wool. I think that'll probably be later on though, in autumn. So a lot of these makes I'm going to get done end of September, beginning of October, but I think this dress will be sort of beginning of November, because I'm going to take a, like I said, take a holiday at the end of October. So I probably won't do a lot of sewing for the second half of the month, and then come in November. It's my auntie's 60th birthday party in November, and it's an afternoon tea, so I feel like a little sort of wool dress with over the knee boots could be quite sweet for that. So, or a 2-piece. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I will let you know. Follow me on Instagram and you can see what I decide to make and how it goes. I shall keep you informed. Okay, so now moving on to knitwear. Obviously, autumn winter is the season for knitters. Woohoo! Little sneak peek there of me. I'll just put that back down. Yeah, so yeah, I mean I do knit. I have started knitting summer knits, but there's just nothing like knitting cozy, lovely. Like my favourite fibres to work with are like merino and alpaca. So It's just lovely this time of year. So my first knitwear I think is going to be a nice chunky thing. You may have noticed if you follow me on Instagram that I haven't really shared any knitwear recently, and it's because I'm working on something that I can't tell you about until December, so it's a secret. I know that's really annoying, but basically I've been working on something and it's been in a DK, and I'm really looking forward to coming to the end of it because it's been really hard work, and on top of doing my masters as well. Sorry, my camera just cut out there. Yeah, it's been quite hard work, so I'm quite looking forward to coming to the end of that and doing something new. So with that in mind, I have quite a lot of this, which you can see I've obviously like rewound it myself because it's a mess. This is Rowan big wool. Now you may remember, was it earlier this year? I can't remember when it was. I think it was earlier this year, or was it last year? Anyway, I made the Mode at Rowan haze jacket years and years and years ago, and I never wore it because basically I followed the instructions and it came out so long. I'm not particularly short, I'm 5'4", which I think is fairly normal, but yeah, it was like ridiculously long and also like 2 sizes too big. I basically just hadn't like done my measurements right because it's one of the first things that I ever properly knit. So yeah, it was a bit of a mess. So I ended up undoing it. I can't remember when that was. I think it was last year. I ended up, basically I took the sleeves off and I didn't redo the sleeves, but I redid the the 2 front pieces and the back piece, and I made it shorter so it was like jacket length and not quite as big. I made it in a smaller size, and that's worked great. It's such a thick jacket though. It's not really like a cozy wear it around the house cardigan. I literally wear it as a jacket, like out and about, because it's so thick. But because of that, I had a bunch of the Rowan big wool left over in the shade linen, so I've just been keeping it, sort of thinking that I'll make something out of it eventually. And I think because I've been working on this DK knit in secret, sorry, I know that's annoying, but I will tell you about it in a couple of months. But because I've been working on that, it would be nice to work something that's going to work up really quickly. So I've got the Mode at Rowan big wool book, which is one of the first ones that they brought out. And I think I'm going to make, let me see if I can find the picture. I'm going to make Dream, which is a cable sleeve jumper. At least I think I am. I'm still a bit unsure right now, but I basically just want to work on something chunky. So I may make this, or I may make something similar and do my own cables down the sleeve, because I don't like their cables that much. I might do something a bit nicer. It's a very simple cable. Anyway, basically, the general gist is that I'm going to knit myself a chunky cropped jumper, probably with a cable sleeve, out of this yarn, just something really easy. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's 100% merino, so it's going to be lovely, and you know, it's just been sitting in my stash just like hanging about. It'll just be like a sort of lovely jumper that I can chuck on. I think making it cropped as well, so that I can put it on over the top of dresses, so like when it does get really cold I can still wear my lovely dresses with like thick woolly tights and a big chunky jumper. I think that'll work really well. So that's my first knitwear. So my second knitting acquisition is this Stylecraft Special Aran, which I've never used before. I've used the Special DK, obviously I'm wearing it. I've used it absolutely loads. So this is the Aran, which is obviously the weight above. I think it's exactly the same. It's just an acrylic yarn, really nice and soft. This one's in the shade Burgundy. It's coming up. It's like a bit more pinky toned. It's coming up quite red in the camera, but it's a bit more pinky toned. This is not for me. This is for Pearl. Pearl, if you don't know who Pearl is, she is my rescue greyhound. She's an ex-racing greyhound. We rescued her just over 3 years ago. And she, being a greyhound, has like no body fat. Greyhounds, whippets, sighthounds often have to wear jackets and coats and jumpers in the winter because they get really cold. She gets very cold in the house because they're also quite sedentary. People think they're very like crazy, but they're not. Greyhounds are really docile. They need like 20 to 30 minutes walking a day, and then they sleep the rest of the time. So she doesn't really do much, and she gets really cold. So she has like a couple of jackets that we've bought her from the pet shop that she wears when she goes for walks, and she has like a Christmas jumper that we got from Jules, and she has like a fleece that I got off Etsy. But I want to start making her some stuff. I did knit her a Christmas jacket a couple of years ago, a red jacket, but I basically knitted the size in the pattern for a greyhound, and Pearl is although she is a greyhound, she's quite small for a greyhound, so it's huge basically. But I picked up this book a while ago, which is super cute if you have a dog. Oh my gosh, the patterns in this are lovely. But basically the lurcher pattern in this is actually like the perfect size for Pearl, so you can adjust these patterns. It tells you in the back like how to make them bigger for different sizes and stuff, but I'm just going to follow the pattern. I just basically, having done this knit in secret, I want something really simple and easy, and this is lovely. This is in the round Aran knit. I just literally just have to follow the instructions, which is just what I need right now. I need to like not really think about it. So this is the jumper that I'm making, which is super cute. It's actually in a similar colour, so it's like a little roll neck. So she has like a little Barber jacket that she wears when she goes for walks in the winter, and I'm just like, it's gonna look so funny because she's gonna have this little like burgundy roll neck on and a little Barber jumper. She look like she's gonna go and like, she just needs a flat cap. But yeah, it's gonna be super cute, so I'm really looking forward to doing that. I think that might end up being like a holiday project. I can just knit it up whilst I'm away for the week. As I say, circular needles, so it'll just like, when it's finished, it's finished. I don't have to sew it up, which is really nice. And the Stylecraft yarn as well, it just washes so well, which makes it great for like baby clothes and dog clothes. So yeah, I'm super excited for that. It's going to match her collar as well. So, you know, she's just going to be the most stylish dog on the block, which is, you know, general goals in life, basically. Yeah, so my next knit, so there's quite a lot of knitting, obviously, it's autumn, as I said. But this one's quite a small one. This one is a lovely skein of yarn that I picked up at Bowbridge Alpaca Farm. I did the alpaca experience there back in April, which I think there's a highlight on my Instagram if you want to go and check it out. It was like the best day ever. If you are a knitter or a crocheter or somebody who works with fibre, I cannot recommend it enough. Like, it's so much fun. You learn so much about alpaca yarn and alpaca fibre, and you also just get to cuddle alpacas. I mean, there's just no downside to this. So I picked up this yarn, which is so it's all 100% pure alpaca from their herd of alpacas in Scotland. It's undyed, so this is just like 2 different colours put together. So it's AJ and Balthazar, chunky weight. So yeah, it was quite expensive. I think it was like £25 a ball, because often, you know, these smaller businesses, you know, and really good high quality yarn, that's the price of it. So I didn't get much of it, obviously, so I'm just going to make it into a headband. I think it's plenty for a headband because it's 100 grams. And I want to do something that shows off that lovely variegated colour. I don't want to do anything that's like cabled or textured. I think it's literally just going to be like, I might do like a fisherman's rib or something like that, but I just want something that's just going to show off the colours. And I just think, you can see, it's going to look really nice for autumn, winter, and it's going to be so cosy. I wear a lot of headbands because, as I say, I have a dog, so I walk the dog every day. And my hair's often just like shoved up in a ponytail or a bun or something, just out of the way. And yeah, I just whack a headband on to keep my ears warm, because it gets very chilly in the Cotswolds. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to knitting with that. I think it's going to be really beautiful. My final knit was gifted to me by lovely Quail Studios again. They've gifted me a few knitting projects over the years, which is lovely of them, and I've been working with them over the summer as well, doing content for their Instagram. So yeah, it's always fun working with those guys. They have released their Mode at Rowan collection 7, which is crazy because I went to the press event for collection 1 back in 2019. So like time has flown. But this is the first ever collection that they've done with menswear in it, which was so exciting. When I saw that, I was like, oh yay, like, because I have a husband. I have a husband that I like to knit for. Not very often, like once a year, because it takes so long to knit him stuff, and also I'm a selfish knitter and I really don't have an issue with that. You know, I spend loads of time and money and energy knitting, and I like it to be for myself, so not really a problem with that. Anyway, I have decided to make him something this time. So when they said would I like a project from their new collection, I was like, oh yes, I think I'm going to pick something from the men's section. So I'm just going to find the design for you so I can show it to you. So I'm going to be making Gandhi, which is, it's this, can you see that? It's quite shiny. It's this jumper. Basically, you can make it with a crew neck, a roll neck, or you can also do a v-neck. I'm going to do the roll neck because that's what he wants. And you make it in alpaca, woo, almost dropped the book. You make it in alpaca soft DK, which we have picked up in, oh gosh, can I remember the shade name? Is it written down? I hope it's on here. It's shade 204, and I think it's something like darkest brown or something like that. I'll link it in the description below. Sorry, I can't remember. It's this colour. So it looks almost grey. It's like a very warm grey tone, which is going to look lovely because he's got, my husband's got like sandy red hair, like sort of gingery hair. So I think it's going to look really nice with his colouring and his blue eyes. So it's also going to be like so lovely to work with. I've worked with this yarn before, I've knit with it before, I've knit a jumper, and it just feels so nice. It's really lightweight because it's alpaca. It's super, super warm, super cozy, but also really, really lightweight, which is always a dream. That's what I like. That's my preferred type of yarn, is when it's really cozy and warm, but lightweight. So yeah, that's for him, but that's probably going to take me a while because I'm probably going to do it quite slowly. My aim is to get it done by Christmas. It's not like his Christmas present, but yeah, my aim is to get it done by Christmas because I'm going to sort of work on my own projects at the same time. I think I'm going to have like a sort of quicker project, i.e. in a chunkier yarn, or a smaller project like a headband or a dog coat at the same time as working his, so that I can sort of pick up. I'm normally a one project at a time kind of girl, but I feel like at the moment it's nice to sort of, when it's a big man's jumper, to knit up like one panel because it's knit flat and then sewn up. So I'll knit up like one panel, the front or the back or whatever, and then I'll knit something for me or for the dog, and then go back and knit a sleeve, and yeah. So I'll probably do it slowly over time. But yeah, that is everything I have to show you today. So really exciting, a lot of makes for autumn. As I say, my masters is finishing, so I've got a lot more time. Maybe I'm being optimistic and these things will end up trickling into winter, but I'm hoping that I'm gonna do a video in December for you where I'm like, look at all the things that I managed to get made. We'll see how that goes. But talking of December, I have actually decided to do Vlogmas. I think I'm going to do a weekly video because, you know, at the moment I release my videos every other week on a Sunday. So I think over Christmas I'm going to release one every Sunday, like a kind of Advent Vlogmas, which will be an amalgamation of what I get up to that week. It'll probably be a mix of like sewing, sort of knit and chat kind of stuff. There's a lot of Christmas events going on in the Cotswolds that I'm really excited for. Christmas shopping, Christmas meals out, Christmas fairs, all that kind of stuff. I said Christmas a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of, I think, do like a weekly video in December of what we get up to, and it'll be very much focused on like crafty Christmas but with extras in there. So let me know what you think, if you'd like that, if you'd be interested in seeing that. Hopefully some of you will be. But yeah, the next video after this one is very excitingly going to be another Inside the Craft Room, and I'm chatting to Georgie from Hey So Georgie, or if you know her, the owner of Hey So Sister, the fabric shop online. So make sure you come back in 2 weeks time and check that out, because it's a really fun conversation. Georgie's really really lovely lady to chat to, all about fabric. She's very knowledgeable about sewing as well. So yeah, come back and check that out. So yeah, don't miss out on that video. Make sure you subscribe, and then you'll be notified when it comes up. If you like this video, please give it a like, and I will see you next time. Thanks everybody, bye.